Vlogmas. Hello everyone, it's Robin here and welcome back to my channel. Now if it's your first time visiting here, thank you so much for stopping by. I am certainly excited to have you here. I'm posting Disney content every day through Vlogmas. Oh my gosh, it is so exciting. If you enjoy that type of fun and merriment, I hope you consider subscribing. I'd love to have you as part of my Disney family. Now I'm super excited for what we have today because today we are doing a Disney Christmas craft party. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, parties are fun, right? So is crafting. Crafting is such a huge part of my holidays and I'm excited that I get to share that with you today. Now I was chatting with my friend Taryn, Twinkle Taryn, and we were discussing the holidays and I asked her if she wanted to be part of a Christmas craft party. So of course she said yes because Taryn's awesome that way, and we started thinking about some channels to invite, and we now have 8 channels joining our Christmas craft party because you know crafting is fun, but a party, oh my gosh, that is some festive merriment for sure. So do you want to know who's joining us? Because I'm really excited to tell you because I'm thrilled about this. We have Beth from Beth Lung, super exciting. We have Syria from Dream It DIY, really fun. Meg from Mickey's Magic, oh my gosh, that's fun too. Kate from Princess Minnie, can't wait to see what she makes. We have Beth from the Collectioneers Club, that's pretty awesome. And the wonderful Hope and Abby from the Disney Sisters. And of course, Taryn, Twinkle Taryn, and myself, Oh Hello Robin, all gathering together and crafting our little hearts out in a Disney way. I'm excited. So I'll leave all of their channels down below so that you can go watch them later. But first we have to get to my craft. Want to know what we're making? We're making a holiday pin board display similar to what I'm using in my advent calendar opening. So if you've been watching my videos, at the end I'm opening a mystery pin advent calendar and the mystery pins are going on a display. And here's my display. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 pins on here. And at the end of this video, we'll be putting another one on. But I've had a lot of comments about my display and people asking about it. And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna make this for our Christmas craft party. So we're gonna make another one here today. So I'm ready. Are you? Everyone get your glue guns ready and let's get this crafting party started. Woohoo! The first thing we'll need is a 12 by 12 canvas frame. So we've got that there. We'll also need some construction paper, and the color doesn't really matter at this point. We just need some construction paper. We'll also be using some scissors and we'll be using some tape. I have some two-sided tape here. I am going to paint this frame because I want to tone the white down, so I do have some vanilla paint here as well as a brush. Now this is like a light cream kind of a color. Oh, of course, we'll be using a glue gun. Yay, there you go. And for the decoration, we're gonna use 2 different fabrics. So I have this green plaid, which is really fun. I found this at Walmart in a bundle. You don't really need that much of it, even a 1/4 yard would be fine, and a scrap of another. And this is going to be for the trunk of our tree. And of course, we will also want to embellish. So I do have some embellishments here that I picked up at Walmart. I have some snowflakes and I have some bows. And this is our supplies. These frames are stark white, which could be okay in a lot of instances, but I want to tone it down to give it a more rustic quality. So I have some acrylic paint here, and this is called Vanilla. And you know, it might not even look like I'm doing that much, but it is going to tone it down. It's just basically kind of a cream color, and we're going to be using that with this brush to just kind of give our frame a coat of paint. And I don't even know if you can tell the difference. I do like painting though. I definitely like painting, and 1 coat should be enough, and just to coat it down. So I'm gonna get this painted and I'll come back to you. Okay, so we have it all painted here too. We have me painted as well. So we're going to move this aside, let it dry, and get started on the next part. But I also need to wash my hands. Now while our canvas is drying, we're going to continue on making the rest of the components of our pin board. And what we're going to start here with is our tree, of course, because that is the main part, right? Now our Christmas tree is made up of 4 different triangles of different sizes. And I find the easiest way to make a triangle, well, is to start with a square. So we're going to cut 4 squares in 4 different sizes. It's going to be an 8-inch square, a 7-inch square, a 6-inch square, and a 5-inch square. And you can use a ruler to do this. I do have a paper cutter here, so I'm gonna use that. And I used construction paper for this to make a template, mainly because that's what I had available to me at the time. But you can use any other kind of paper. I do, though, end up using this to help stabilize it. And I like the construction paper because it has a little, firmness to it, yet it's not too firm. Okay, so we have an 8x8 square, a 7x7 square, a 6x6 square, and a 5x5 square. The color doesn't matter because we're using it as a template, but it's also going to be underneath the material. We also have a 2x2-inch square, which will be the base of our tree. So we're going to set that aside for right now. And I'm going to show you how to make your triangle, because the easiest way to get to a triangle first is sometimes making a square. And I'm just going to fold this in half. And crease it, and there's my triangle right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut along that line. And I will have my triangle for my template, just like that. Okay, let me do that to the rest of them, and I'll come back to you. So you can see I have my 8-inch triangle, my 7-inch triangle, my 6-inch triangle, and my 5-inch triangle. And you can see a tree taking shape. Plus the bottom of it will be right there. There you have it. So that's what our tree is gonna look like. Let's get the material and get that cut. Okay, I have my material here, and love this plaid. Now this plaid's going to be great for a couple of reasons. It's fabulous because of the plaid. I'm loving all the plaid this holiday season, but also because it'll help give me lines to work with. Because what I want to do, though, is I want to match my plaid in my tree. Now, if you aren't matching your fabric, you can probably use a lot less. This still doesn't use very much, but the placement of it definitely will make a difference. So I want the center part of my tree to be this large strip here. So I'm going to be using that strip across all of them. And I also, thinking that this is the bottom of my tree, I want this heavy line to be at the bottom, at the base of my tree. So I'm gonna make sure I use that too. So I'm gonna see if that's gonna be wide enough. I might have to go in a little further. I'm putting my point here up at that. I'm gonna move it up just a tiny bit, but I'm gonna use that center line as my center point. And I think this is enough to work with. And I'm just going to cut around this. Now you can pin it down if you want, or you can just kind of freeform cutting it, leaving some room. So like 1/2 inch or so. I'm probably leaving a little more than that because of how I'm cutting here. But just cutting around because we're gonna fold that over. Just like that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of them, being mindful of keeping this down the center, and I will be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so we have all of our triangles cut here, and you can see I put this on the back side of it. So I have our large 8-inch triangle, our 7-inch, 6-inch, and our 5-inch here. And the next thing we need to do is we need to make the trunk. And I'm using this really cool buffalo plaid print. Oh, I'm loving this buffalo plaid. And we're gonna just make another cut with this 2x2. And I think that I want it to have the stripes going on both sides. So I'm just gonna cut straight across here. And now we have this as well. Next, what we're going to do is fold the fabric over the construction paper so that we can finish the edges. Now at this point, I've decided to leave my construction paper inside. It will help give it stability, but it's not so thick that a pin couldn't go through it. Now I know you could use other adhesive type structures to keep this firm, but I didn't want to use anything with an adhesive because pins are going through it and I don't want to ruin them. What I am going to do is use double-sided tape around the edges, and what I'm going to do is the corners first. So I'm just going to put a little bit of double-sided tape right here, and I'm going to fold this corner down to kind of hold it. Oh, and here is a tip too, because this is what I just went and did. to help make this fold over easier, I did take it downstairs to an iron and gave it a nice crease. So you can crease it all the way around and it'll help fold it over easier. So let's just do the corners first. Here's another corner here. It doesn't need to be perfect. This will be on the back. I just need it to, you know, kind of stay a bit, right? So here's my corner here. So now I'm going to start folding the rest of this down. So I'm going to put a piece of double-sided tape here, which doesn't like the construction paper all too well, but you know, it does work. So just keep folding this over so that we can finish our edge as best as we can. Doesn't look like much, but I think it'll be fine on the front because it'll look just like that, which is exactly how we want it to look. We're gonna do the same to the bottom part of the tree. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And here we have the trunk of our tree. That looks pretty good. Let me get the rest of these pieces together and we'll be right back. So here we have all the pieces, and now we're gonna go ahead and get our canvas and start putting them on. So we have our canvas here. It's nice and dry, and I really like how that cream color tones that white down. It looks really pretty. I also painted the sides of it too, just to keep that going. So the first thing we're gonna do is put on our tree. So we have all of our triangles here, and we have our trunk here, and I'm just going to place them first. So our largest triangle, maybe somewhere down there, and so on and so on. And as you can see, because they get layered on top of each other, when you're making your triangles, with the exception of the top one, you don't need to worry so much about what's happening up here. Now, I suppose that could be cut off, but I just left it on. So I'm gonna maybe position this here. Let me stick my trunk down in here. So we're gonna put our trunk kind of in the center there too, like so. I want my lines in the middle to kind of meet, and just to see what kind of spacing I want my tree to have. Maybe this needs to go up just a touch, and then this maybe right here. Now when you're thinking of putting pins on, these boards do have a layer around the outside because it's a frame. So you want to be careful because you can't put a pin through that. So this part's coming off, but we'll fix that when we do the final gluing. Another thing is too, I am not going to glue the entire thing down because I do want to put pins on it. So I'm also not overly concerned with how much it's glued down because pins will also be holding it. So I will only be gluing the edges, and I'm not even going to be gluing a lot of the tops. I'm just going to kind of go these edges right here of the parts that we'll be showing, just to kind of keep it down. And I think this is going to look lovely. So I think maybe I'll just get started. I'm going to start here at the bottom, remove these off, and I like to put the first triangle on. Well, actually, let's put the bottom on. Let's put this on. So let's see if our glue gun is heated up. It is ready to go. So I'm just going to put a thin layer of glue kind of around the outsides. I don't want it clumping, I don't want it seeping through, and I certainly don't want it in the center because we will be putting pins on here. So let's lift this up and place that right there, and then kind of press the edges down. Really nice. Okay, so we ready? We're gonna put our first part of our tree on. Woo, so exciting. We're gonna do the outsides, edges, just along here, and anything around the corners that didn't get glued down in can get glued down now. This is our biggest piece. And going all the way around. Okay, so let's put this here and get all that extra off and lay this down. Just like so. Excellent, right? Kind of center it a little bit. There we go. And again, that top part's not even going to be showing, so we don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, so we have this layer on, looking very nice. And now the next layer, we're gonna lay right on top of it, and we're gonna make sure to line up our center line. Okay, so here's our tree. That looks really cool, right? So next, we're going to get some embellishments to put on it. And I have some that I picked up from Walmart. And these are little mini snowflakes. Aren't they cute? Oh, I love these. So I'm gonna take off like 3 of these. I'm gonna place them kind of like right here. And I'm gonna put this one maybe right here. But before I glue those down, I have these little bows that I also picked up from Walmart. Now you can make your own bow. But I saw these, and you know, I'm so in love with the plaids that are out right now for the holidays, you know? And I think these bows are really cute. I did consider putting this bow on top of the tree. And it does look really cute there. Let me do a little work on it first. It does look cute on the top of the tree. So that would look cute, right? But I want the tree for the pins, because the pins are really what's decorating it. So we're gonna put the bow over here off to the side. I need to doctor this up a bit because look at, that's a mess, isn't it? So I'm just gonna trim our bow down. There we go. Much better, right? So we're gonna use our glue gun to set these pieces on here. And I think that's gonna look pretty. So let's just go ahead and do that. Pin board. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. This is so cute. This looks amazing. I'm really happy with how our pin board turned out, for sure. I'm also really loving all this plaid that's going on this here, right? Aren't you? Oh my gosh, loving it so much. So this display, you can see the pin back. When you put the pin through, you can put the pin back right on it. It helps hold it in place, very sturdy. You know, you can put a number of pins on here. So if you are doing a mystery pin out advent calendar, this would make a great display for that. That's how I'm using it. But that's not the only way it can be used. You can put all your holiday pins on here. That would look really cool. Also, if you had a collection of pins that you love, say you love Sorcerer Mickey pins, and you have a collection of those, all Sorcerer Mickey pins on here, that would look festive immediately, right? Maybe all princess pins, that would look really nice. Or of a favorite film, like mine is Alice in Wonderland, all Alice in Wonderland pins, that would look really cool too. Either way, I think it's a lovely holiday decor to show off our little pins that we love so much, right? Ah, love it. So thank you so much for joining me, and I want to give special thanks to all the other crafters at the craft party. We want to thank to Dream It DIY, to Beth Lung, Mickey's Magic, Twinkle Bell Taryn for helping me out with this, Princess Minnie, Hope and Abby from the Disney Sisters, and of course the Collectionnaires Club. Thank you so much. I will leave links to their videos down below. Go check them out. That's what I'm gonna do, and make sure you bring your glue gun because I'm pretty sure we're gonna get inspired to make more items, right? But before I do that, I'm gonna head off over to my advent calendar and you'll get to see my pin board in action. Ah, I'll see you there. I have my cozy Christmas shawl on and I'm just filled with glitter. So here we have the advent calendar. We're on day 13. So let's see what's behind or in drawer 13. Lucky 13, right? Well, let's just take the drawer out again. Sometimes this is just easier. So, oh, this pin feels big. Okay, so okay, there we go. Ah, what is it? Ooh, it's another attraction, and it's Aladdin and Jasmine. This is the Magic Carpet Rides over in Magic Kingdom, and you know, that's a very fun ride. And Rod and I went on this just in the past couple of years for the first time, and That camel that spits is hilarious. I love it. And I just really do have fun on these magic carpet rides. Anyway, this pin is also really pretty. Let me show you. So while we might be having fun on the magic carpet ride going up and down and forward and back, Aladdin and Jasmine are just having a lovely time on their magic carpet with the fireworks in the background. Oh, such a romantic part of the movie, right? Okay, so here is our display. And you know, since it's another attraction, let's just put it in the same lines because these are all kind of large pins, right? So let's just put it right here. Ooh, went in really easily there. Put the back on it, and there we have it. Ooh, this is shaping up really nicely. I am really loving this board. Anyway, I hope you had a great day today. I certainly did. You know, tomorrow I have a very special pin trade that I did with a fellow YouTuber, and I really can't wait for that. So don't miss that one, right? Have a magical day, and I will see you, you know, real soon, like tomorrow. Bye-bye.